I'm gonna hit you with a non-football question. And then, what has been your reaction to the recent killings of African Americans by police in the protest, and in what ways has that affected you? Kind of seeing all of this kind of play out.
I'm disappointed that we're in 2020 and we still got all this racial injustice going on. But, I'm proud of all the people of color for going out and standing up for what's right. And, we just got to remain optimistic, that a change is going to keep coming. Like, we as an athlete have a platform to be, an advocate for change. We have Coach Brown that's helping us out with everything. We got a huge support system.
Any further, Jonathan?
Yeah, can you just talk about how among the team, the conversation in the coaches, how Matt talked about how he wanted to listen. He wants his black players to tell him, he wants to be a driver of change. How is that gone? What do you think about the way you all have had the discussions as a team and with the coaching staff?
I think just between players, like the conversation's been really well, especially like between like white people and then people of color, because they've come to us saying that they want to know more. They want to be able to understand what it's like, what we go through, and everything like that. They want to be able to help. And then with Coach Brown, he's serious about this topic, man. Like, he talked about the cultural center we have. He's disappointed that it's not being used for what it's there for, and he wants to change that kind of stuff. But Coach, we had a meeting about 2 days ago with Coach Brown, and he just wants to be able to help as much as he can. He wants us to use our voice also to help change.
Good, Jonathan?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Yep. Hey. All right, Ross, you're up.
Hey, Tomon, what have these strength and conditioning workouts been like since you've been back? What's the focus been on, and how has Coach Hess kind of gotten y'all back into shape, the guys who came in that first group?
Yeah, he didn't want to go too hard on the guys that first came back, knowing that some people didn't have access to gyms or wherever they're at. They had to do just home workouts. So right now there's a slower tempo to it, but he's working on like soft tissue stuff, make sure we get our flexibility back and just getting our joints and tendons and everything back to pushing these heavy loads.
Yeah, I mean, any examples of things y'all been doing in particular? I mean, has it been heavy lifts, or is it like you said, like, is it not as much heavy lifts and more? Can you kind of break down some of the more?
We work out, like Devontae workouts are 6 days a week now, and they're all moderate weight for at least for this first like 1 to 2 weeks. And then they're all shorter too, just so our bodies have time to recover and everything, just to get people acclimated to all the work here.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Andrew Jones, you're up.
Hey, Tomon, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Was there ever a point during the last few months where you thought you might not have your senior season at Carolina? And along with that, yesterday the NCAA approved the 6-week calendar leading up to the football season, so there will be a season now. So if you had that concern, how excited were you when you learned that there will be a season now?
No, that was always in the back of my mind. I try to stay positive about things, but that thought was always in the back of my mind. And just for them to let us know that we will have a season, it just crushed all doubt I had, and it just gave me more motivation to keep working harder to finish up this last year.
Have you talked to any of your teammates about the fact that, okay, all the supposed things that might happen are not going to happen now? It's just going to be football, and in 2 months from now, you guys are going to be down in Orlando playing a game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We all talked about it when we learned that we're going to have a season, that it's time to lock in, get our mind right. It's like no more messing around. Like, we had enough free time, now trying to get back to work. We missed out on spring ball. We missed out on most of the summer workouts with the whole team being together, actually. So now that we're here, everybody's coming back in, we just got to lock in.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Good, Andrew. Ed, you're up. There you go.
Thank you. Tomon, you mentioned having a platform Does that feel different this year? And with all that's going on at places like Oklahoma State and Texas and the demands they're making, does it feel different to you that you are empowered?
Well, as being a student athlete, you know you have some type of power. Even though it may not be that much, it's just a little bit. But we just have to use it to the best of our abilities to make something happen. So I feel like it's not just like one player. Everybody on the team has their own platform that they can use. They can reach out to different kinds of people. And we just have to be able to use that in order to help out what's going on.
Cool. Thank you.
Good, Ed. All
That's
right,
good.
Gregory, you're up.
Tomon, what's it like trying to tackle Michael Carter?
Man, Mike, man, he's slippery, man. That's all I can say. I remember one time in practice, I swear I had him on the ground, but he just popped right back up, kept running. So you got to make sure you're on the ground first and you let go. That's all I got to say.
Perfect. And how have you seen you guys have been Tar Heels for a while now. How have you seen his leadership grow throughout the years?
Oh, he's grown a lot. He came in hot. He's like a very vocal leader, I would say, and then he also has that great work ethic that everybody can watch. But the biggest thing is that he's very vocal. He talks to all the players, make sure they stay up, make sure they're doing the right things. Which for most other people who are just like leaders by example, but it's good to have those people that are able to talk to the team.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we'll go to Pat. Pat, go ahead.
Hey, Tomon, just while you're at home, just kind of how much of a benefit was it for you to kind of have your brother around and kind of going through all these workouts and everything just together and kind of pushing each other?
Man, it really felt like I was back in high school for real. Me and my brother and then my pops, man. Like everybody on the football team knows about my pops. He killed us in the weight room, so it just made me feel like the old days. It felt good being with my family for a while, and then now we're back here. My brother up here too, staying with us, so it feels real good being able to work out with him.
Thanks, Tomon.
Anything else for Mr. Fox? Ross, go ahead. Oop. Now you go ahead. My thing's not working. There you go.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, Tomon, I see a big talking point coming into the season is the defensive line. What do you think about the guys there that can make an impact? Jalil Taylor, Rainbow Hasek, your brother, and guys at your position as well, kind of the defensive end, outside linebackers, Chris Collins, yourself, whoever else. What can you kind of tell us about those guys and what their impact should be in next year?
Oh yeah, up front we young, but they still got a lot of experience. Like my brother was first year, Ray was first year here, and then they all played last year. They played a bunch, and then we got Zach. He's the older guy of the group. He's been with us for a while. He's been with the old system. He's been with the team, so he's been able to be a good leader for the young guys. And then as for my group, we have me, Tyrone, and Chris Collins. Chris Collins has made major improvements since he first got here, and then he also has the leadership of me and Tyrone, who are about to be fifth-year seniors. So I feel like great things to come especially for the up front, and then also for the outside linebacker group.